What's going on, everybody? Check out this clip from the Pre-Patch podcast.
Go to Avowed because I'm
I
actually
check
really
it out.
excited to get Scruffy's opinion on this, because like Bill, I'm not entirely sure what your opinion is on like Avowed and like Fallout and the Bethesda games and everything like that, right? Like, were you a fan of those original ones that were made by Obsidian?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Ninja Theory. What is Ninja Theory doing?
The Avowed is in the front. It's like the very first one that they showed.
Yeah, Ninja Theory. It's just Hellblade 2.
Hellblade.
Yeah.
Did they give a date for that, by the way?
Hmm?
Did they give a date during this for that?
So
Hellblade got a date. Avowed did not. Hellblade's coming May of this year.
Okay, I was gonna say they have
did
to.
they? I thought Avowed got a date as well, didn't they? Or did it? Was
No,
it just like
said,
fall
it
2024 or something like that?
Well, I'm trying. You said it was at the end. It was Avowed.
It's like no, it's at the start. It's like towards the start. I think that in fact it was one of the first ones that they.
Yeah, May 21st is Hellblade 2.
Oh yeah, Obsidian. Here you go. She's talking about it. All right.
So yeah, in my opinion, coming from somebody that's played a lot of Obsidian games in the past, I played the original Fallouts. I played Fallout New Vegas. Really enjoyed those specific games from them. Really wish that Bethesda hadn't screwed over Obsidian and what are they called now? Are they still Obsidian? I think
they're still Obsidian. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't remember what their original name was. But they kind of screwed over Obsidian when it came down to Fallout New Vegas, when it came to its technicality, of their bonus and everything like that. So wasn't too happy about that. I'm really looking forward to this, man. Like Bill, you said something that I deeply agree with. What did you say about it? It brings memories of.
It looks like Shivering Isles from Oblivion, but like if Shivering Isles was an
that
entire
was the,
game.
That was the DLC, right?
Yeah, that was
the
Mad
with
World
the
DLC.
mushrooms and the Mad World. Yeah, that was a really good one.
So they leaned extremely heavily into, I think, that style, or like that is mystique or whatever you want to call it, aesthetic and everything like that. So, and I'm not entirely sure if that's just what they showed us, because like it seems like this entire area that they showed us is just like one section or like one little bit of a quest line that they showed.
Is this Hogwarts Legacy?
Yeah. Dude, yeah, so that's one thing that I was actually really impressed with, was the fact that like instead of going down the route of like Skyrim where it was like
just
spells,
magic and
spells are just in your hands. Yeah. Now it's wands, and I like the fact that they went down that route, because you can dual wield wands, you can dual wield pistol, like two pistols. They kind of showed off some of the combat. The combat looks okay. I don't know.
Acceptable. It looks like your standard Skyrim, Oblivion. Like you're
it's nothing to write home
about. The magic and gunplay looks better than the melee currently, but
the melee looks
lackluster, right?
It's like a VR game.
Kinda, yeah. It does definitely remind me of VR games.
This is gonna be the next game that gets re-released 50 times.
Probably.
So I mean, so far
it doesn't look bad, man.
It doesn't look bad. I'm happy. I'm seeing more gameplay right now. I've been waiting for more gameplay for a while.
I will agree with Bill in the fact that I'm a little like upset about the fact that like they're continuing the same bullshit. They have the same bullshit facial expressions for like NPCs when it comes to like quests and talking and everything like that.
Yeah,
I was really hoping that Obsidian would lean a little bit more heavily, considering they're in a freaking. They have Senua. They have Senua probably right down the goddamn aisle from them. Like, come on.
Yeah, full motion capture, but no,
they're
just gonna do canned animations.
I'm like, come on, man, put a little bit more effort into it.
They did the same thing with both Outer Worlds. They didn't stray too far from changing it up from when they were in their. And
it doesn't look like they're gonna change it in this one either, unless this is just like really early. But I highly doubt it.
I'm not like mad over it. It is just them kind of, it's their little twist on, they've always been doing that.
I'm just I was the only thing that upset me about it is like I'm looking at it like I wanted you guys to be better than Bethesda, like
after that you split ways, like do your own thing now.
Yeah, I wanted you guys to be better than Bethesda, but still be like, hey Bethesda, we made a better fucking Skyrim than you did. Screw you, like that kind of shit. But so I don't know. It's guys, up in the air. I'm definitely
graphics. I'm getting kind of Baldur's Gate graphics and a bit like
I'm gonna throw it. I'll be the one that goes the naysayer. I think this looks like. I mean, graphically, sure, but I think this gameplay and this stuff looks boring. It looks dated. It looks old. It looks like to me, almost like if this was a launch game of the of the Xbox One or Series X or whatever the fuck they are. Like, it just gives me very much of like the launch style games, and
I don't think anybody's going to argue with you about that.
Yeah,
We've said that the combat does not look great. Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's what Obsidian,
that's what I'm trying to say though, is like I wish that they would have done better.
Yeah.
Like I was looking at Obsidian being like, man, they're really gonna fucking Bethesda over and give us like a great, a better version of Skyrim.
This
Like
is a
they're
side grade.
not.
The only thing that I think they'll do better, and it's what they've done better consistently, is I enjoyed their writing style and their quest structure.
Yeah,
writing.
I
was just gonna say, because I felt the same way about the Outer Worlds as well.
Yeah.
The game play itself was lackluster. It was passing enough to play it and enjoy it and progress. But what really sells it is the story, the world, the random encounters and quests and all the liking, stuff like that. And I think that's what this game is going to live off of as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm in no disagreement.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's arguing with you on that. It's not a pretty game from what we get. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't. There's nothing in there that's just like, when I first saw the trailer for it, I was like, oh, cool. I think it's gonna be like it. Well, I mean, we only saw a trailer, so it was a teaser.
I think the first trailer was pretty heavily
manipulated.
We all
were.
Yeah. So getting and seeing this, I'm just kind of like, what the fuck have y'all been spending your time doing?
Yeah.
Like,
You think it's gonna be another Starfield situation?
Yeah. As someone
at least they're not advertising the grandioseness of it like what they did with Starfield.
I just don't know, man. Like, for these games that I want and I need
I
Xbox
see that Forsaken Isles vibes though,
to knock it out of the
huge.
park. Like, I look at, like, we've said this over and over. Redfall was not good, right? Like, Starfield was okay. Like, it wasn't what they propped it up to be. So it comes out and it doesn't have the home run feel that it should have, or we were expecting. You have something like this, like it does. I don't feel like this is going to be a home run. Like, I'm just like, can Xbox
are you losing faith in Xbox making like progression in gaming?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
This isn't meant to be a gotcha
no.
question.
I know you're not.
Opinion.
I know you're not. I'm sitting here kind of. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know if the Xbox doesn't know how to ensure that their studios are doing something amazing, or if they're in just such a dire need to be like, hey, we have to get these games out, like, and they need to come out and be good. Like, that's the thing. I'm kind of like, they're kind of like saying, as long as it's good, like it just needs to be good. Like, don't be Redfall bad, and don't be, or whatever. Like, that's
now they have
almost
a standard to
yeah. I'm kind of like, if they do that, they're like, yeah, it just needs to be good, and that's not okay. Like, that's definitely not what needs to happen. Like, I think they shot themselves in the foot with Avowed, because they were like, they teased it way too fucking early, right? And then they don't think, like, honest to God, do the Elden Ring route, right? Like, we've not heard shit about Elden Ring's new DLC. There's rumors that it may come out now, like, this month or next month or whatever else. It's teased, but we don't know shit about it, right? And we won't know shit about it until they're ready to release it. Why the fuck do this? Like, why bring this stuff out and show this stuff? Like, if it's gonna, like, I don't know. I have a hard time believing that somebody at that studio sat there, and we don't know shit about gaming in the sense of like development or anything, looked at it and was like, this is fucking banger, bro. Like, launch it. Like, come on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes. So to answer your question, I guess yes. I am losing faith in Xbox being able to manage studios appropriately. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the patch notes. And if you want to join us live, we stream every single Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern here on YouTube, as well as on Twitch. Also, if you miss a show, you can always catch us at anchor.fm/prepatch podcast, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the show.